What's good, everybody? It's your boy Taco, and today we're back with another video. And week 12 is here. We're already at week 12. We're at Thanksgiving. There's 3 games on Thanksgiving. Then there's a game on Black Friday for some reason. That's stupid. But we're dealing with it. Last week I went 9-5. I'm a total of 108-56 on the season. Shout out to my mom, because I'm gonna be somewhere that doesn't have good Wi-Fi, so she's posting this, and she actually got more games right than me last week. But let's get into these Thanksgiving games and start off with the Lions and the Packers. And this game is in Detroit. It's Thanksgiving. The Lions always lose on Thanksgiving, but the Lions are a different team this year. They got a not okay win. Goff threw 3 picks. It wasn't great, but you found a way to win the end of the game. You were able to come back down 12 points with like 4 minutes left. And when Goff doesn't have games like that, they're a much better team. And whenever you're still able to win games, when your offense is like that, it's a pretty good sign. But the Packers, on the other hand, get a good win against Los Angeles. They pieced together 2 wins in a row. They're all right. They're not the worst team I've seen. Definitely not the best team I've seen. But, they played some solid football. They actually didn't get 2 straight wins in a row. But I don't remember the game that they lost in the middle. Anyways, I have the Lions winning this game. I have them winning 30-23. It's going to be a bit more offensive. But the Lions are still a better team. When it comes to playing, they're used to this Thanksgiving short week thing, and they're going to come out on top. Then you have the second Thanksgiving game, which is between Cowboys and the Commanders. The Commies, bad week last week. You lost to the Giants. You had 6 turnovers, I think, as an offense. You fumbled 4 times. You threw 2 picks. It was definitely not the best week for you as a team. When you look at the Cowboys, they beat up on bad teams. This is their best challenge besides the Eagles and the Niners that they've faced all year. This is possibly, if they win, the best team that they have won football against. But I think that the Cowboys are going to win this game. I think that they're the better team, and also, the same thing I was talking about. They're more used to Thanksgiving. And I'm going to give them a bit of a high-scoring game, 34-26. The Commies are going to show up. They're just not going to show up enough. And, Cowboys are going to win this game. Then you got the Seahawks and the Niners in Seattle pretty much going to determine the NFC West, or at least have a big outlook on the NFC West early on in the year. Or we're definitely not early on in the year, but early on in this sort of playoff part of the year. When you look at the Niners, they've gotten 2 great wins. They're winning now. They are playing just as good as they were before the injury. They are one of the hottest teams in football. When you look at the Seahawks, they're going to play them close. They're a good team. They took a loss last week to LA. They've lost both their games against LA, but they've been really good against almost everybody else. And then, when they're both playing each other, there's definitely going to be the Seahawks offense and the Niners defense. But I think that the Niners are going to come out on top. I have them winning 23-20. Close game. We're going to have some good things. And, better team here. Then you've got on Black Friday, stupid. I'm not even going to be able to watch it because my grandmother probably doesn't even know what Prime Video is. We've got the Jets and the Dolphins. The Jets will be starting Tim Boyle this week. Not a good idea, in my opinion. I think that they should probably start Simeon if it's not going to be Zach Wilson. The Jets are in shambles. The Jets are bad. The Jets are bad, like they always are. They beat the Eagles. That's their season highlight. They're bad. Then you look at the Dolphins. They're good. They had a close game against Raiders, and they've sort of been a little bit on the decline. They lost to the Chiefs. They lost to the Eagles. They don't beat very good teams, but you are playing a really bad team, and you are going to get a good win, 27-10. That's just how bad that the Jets are. You're going to be able to win like that on them. Then coming up, you got the Colts and the Bucks. This is going to be a close game. It's going to be a good game. The Colts, they're 5-5. They're fine ways to win football games. They had a bye last week, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, because they played in Germany. But they find ways to win, no matter if it's high scoring, low scoring. They've won some quality games. They got really close to beating some really quality teams, and they've been through a lot. They just released Darius Leonard or Shaq Leonard, whatever. It's a struggle for them, but they are making it through. And then the Bucks, you have not played amazing football, really. You've gotten wins. You got more wins earlier in the year. I think you're 2-6 in your last 8 games. But when you're able to beat crappy teams, it's going to carry on. And I think that the Bucks are going to compete for this division. I have the Bucks winning this game. I have them winning 24-18. The Bucks are a good team. The Bucks, they're not a great team. They're good enough to get a win here. Then you've got the Giants and the Patriots. Nobody's going to want to watch this game. This game is going to happen. Jeez, my tongue is blue. This game is going to happen. It's not going to be fun. But the Giants, they looked all right against the Commies last week. Tommy DeVito looks okay. He still lives with his mom. If that happened to Bill Belichick, he would have been cut day one. When you look at the Patriots, they're in shambles. Who are they going to start at quarterback? It's probably going to be Mac Jones, let's be honest. But I have the Giants taking a win here. 17-16, 1-point game, close, gritty battle. Giants are going to win. Then you've got the Bengals and the Steelers. And I feel bad for the Bengals. The Bengals season is pretty much over with the loss of Joe Burrow. I don't think that Jake Browning can really do anything. There still is a good team around them. They might be able to pile a couple of wins, maybe sneak in at 9-8. Most likely that's not going to happen, though. And then on the other side, it is the great firing of Matt Canada. I think that they're throwing a big party or like a parade kind of thing because of the firing. It's amazing. Matt Canada's gone. You get a fresh outlook on this offense. You really want to see what this offense can do. Can they put up 400 yards? Probably not. Still got Kenny Pickett, who I don't completely trust. But I think that you can win this game. The Steelers have been on a lose one, win two track this whole year. So they're going to win two now, and they're going to beat the Bengals 20-14. It's not going to be a great game for the Bengals. The Steelers are just going to find a way to win the way that they always find a way to win. Then you've got the Titans and the Panthers. You have an awful game brewing up. The Titans have been on the decline. They beat the Chargers early in the year. They beat the Bengals by a lot earlier in the year. They've sucked ever since. They're bad. They are a bad team. You got Derrick Henry. Will Evans has been okay. Yeah. The Panthers. Bryce Young has been not so okay. Forget the situation. I know that he might need another year. Whatever. It's not looking good for that Panthers offense and that Panthers defense too. They hold up-ish, but they're not holding up enough for how bad that this offense is. I have the Titans taking a win 20-11, which is weird because that's actually scoregami. I looked it up, but I got a feeling, Then you've got the Texans and Jags, one of the better games of the week. The Texans, they came off of a win against the Cardinals. Didn't look great. They looked really good in the first half. Stroud threw 3 picks in the second half. He's still C.J. Stroud. He's going to rebound back fine, I think. When you look at the Jags, they got a good win last week. They scored 34 against the Titans defense that's been playing all right this year. You're an all right team if you are the Jags. And I think that when it comes down to it, the Jags are going to win this game. I have them winning 24-21. The Jags are an all right team. They're going to find ways to win. It's that simple. Then it is the Falcons and the Saints. Another closer divisional game. What's the Chargers doing? But the Falcons have played not the greatest. They had a bye last week. They're going to recuperate. Desmond Ridder seems like he's going to be back as a starter, which I don't agree with. But, well, I don't make the decisions. I also don't agree with them never using any of their weapons. The Saints, on the other hand, they've played okay. They also had a bye last week. They look good in certain moments. They just don't really win enough. They're 5-5. You know, they found ways to win games somehow. And I think that the Falcons are going to pull off an upset. I always have the Falcons beating the Saints for some reason, and it never happens. But I got the Falcons winning 19-16. It's going to be a close game. Ritter's going to pull it out. I think he's at home. And I think that the Falcons, I think any team in the NFC South besides the Panthers have a chance at the playoffs. But for some reason, I got a feeling about the Falcons. Then you've got the Cardinals and the Rams. The only time the Cooper Cup ever worked for my fantasy team was the last time that these two teams played. The Rams, they've gotten a win. They beat the Seahawks. They beat a good team. Hopefully you can string up some more wins. Today you got an easier game, or this Sunday you got an easier game. The Cardinals, you lost the Texans. You were expected to lose the Texans. You are still not a good team, even if Kyler Murray makes you a little bit better. You're still not good. That's the best way to say it. And so I have the Rams winning this game 21-13. The Rams are just better. They're going to find a way to win. Then you've got the Browns and the Broncos. The Browns are 7-3. Do I have any clue how? No. The Broncos are on a 4-game win streak where I don't think I picked them to win a game. I don't think I picked them to win any of those games. But, the Broncos are 5-5. The Broncos country might be riding. It's looking all right in Denver. It's looking better than it was in Denver. When you're looking at the Browns, you got a backup quarterback. He didn't play the greatest. I mean, he wasn't expected to play the greatest with DTR. He got him a win, but he's not going to get him a win this week. I have the Broncos winning. It's going to be 23-14. Broncos are a good team, apparently, and they could sneak in the playoffs, man. Broncos country. It might be riding. Then you've got the Bills and the Eagles. The Eagles wearing Kelly Green, which means that we better win this game. The Bills coming off of against the Jets, but it was a statement win. You got yourself back on track. It seems like you're doing all right. It seems like the Dorsey fire might have worked. You're going to have a big test this week, and it's going to be big if you win this game. The Eagles, you got a win last week. You got one of the most important wins of the season. Nobody could complain about refs because it worked both ways. Everybody could complain that the better team didn't win that game, but we don't care because a win is a win. I don't care what you think. The Eagles are the best team in the league. They're going against the Bills. They're in Kelly Green. They're going to win this game 26-21. I don't think that I'm crazy in thinking that. I mean, the Bills are an all-right team, but they're not up there. But, with all these injuries that are happening, they still got a good chance to make it to the playoffs. Then you've got the Chiefs and the Raiders. The Raiders took a loss last week to Miami. Didn't look amazing. You had some good plays. You scored 10 the first quarter, and then you scored 3 the rest of the game. I still don't really know how to feel about Aiden O'Connell. I mean, he's winning. He's not putting up numbers, but he's winning-ish. He's okay. I would probably have Jimmy G in there, but I get that you want to go with the young guy. The Chiefs are still a good team. Scored 17 last week. They had some bad games. They lost 2 of their last 3. One of them to a not so amazing Broncos team until now we see that. And I have the Chiefs getting a revenge, rebounding, and winning this game 34-17. They're not going to put on the brakes like they've done in the past, why they are last in the league in second half points per game. They're going to keep it going. They're going to win 34-17. Then you've got a really good Sunday night game. The Chargers and the Ravens. The Chargers. They took a bad loss last week. They've taken a bad loss the past 2 weeks. Their defense is bad. Their offense is bad in close situations. I know that with the Lions game, they did everything that they could in the second half. I think that they scored on all their drives in the second half. But you weren't able to win. You weren't able to win last game because of Quentin Johnston. It's not been great. If you're a Chargers fan, you're 4-6, but you still got a really good offense. When you look at the Ravens, they still have a really good team. They scored 31 last week. They scored 31 against the Browns. I know that you still lost. You scored. When did they even play? Did they even play last? Oh, yeah, you scored 34 against the Bengals, which is an okay defense. You're playing all right. You've got a long break. I think that you're going to win this game, but I think that the Chargers offense is still good. I have it being a shootout. I have it being 34-31, but I do have the Ravens winning this game. Then it's Monday night. The Bears, the Vikings. The Vikings are good. They lost to the Broncos after winning 5 straight. Still believe in Dobbs. Still believe in every single thing that I've ever said about Dobbs. He's an amazing quarterback. He's good. The Bears, you should have won last week. You didn't win because of some costly mistakes and some very costly play calling. It's not been great this year if you're a Bears fan. Of course, it's not great. It's never great for you if you're a Bears fan. But, you have some hope. You're not going to win this game, though. I have the Vikings winning 26-19. They're a better team here. They're going to get a win. The Bears, they've got a lot of things to fix up, and they're not going to get fixed until next year. That's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.